Yeah, that's what she said. I was like, ooh. Hey, it's Kayla from 98.7 Amp Radio, hanging out with Miss Janelle Monae in MusicTown. How's it going?
It's going exceptionally well. How are you?
Good. You look gorgeous right now. So cute.
Thank you. And so do you. I love whatever this piece is you have around your neck.
Courtesy of my
It's like a
promotions
diamond
director.
lapel.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Thank you. So you said you went to MusicTown while you were here. Or not MusicTown, sorry, Motown, Hitsville, USA.
Yes, absolutely. I've wanted to go there for a very long time. I'm hugely inspired by Berry Gordy and pretty much all the artists on Motown. And so to be able to like be in a room where Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and the Supremes, everybody recorded, and just walking those halls where, you know, the foundation was laid for popular black music. It was a dream come true. I loved it.
Who would you say is like one of your biggest influences?
Who is my biggest influence?
Yeah, like with music.
It depends. I mean, I think that certain people represent different superpowers that I am inspired by. I mean, Stevie Wonder, just mentioning him, and Prince and Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson. I got to see the glove.
You did? Yes.
Oh my goodness, the glove from the 25th anniversary, the Motown 25th anniversary, where he moonwalked for the first time.
Yeah.
I saw the hat and the glove. I almost fainted.
I probably would have too. It's an amazing experience. So you do so much stuff. Like I noticed that you do like painting, yoga, producing, rapping. You do tons of things. Out of all of that, what would you say is like the main focus? Like what's your favorite part? Like which one do you love the most?
I think as an artist, you know, you never want to have to feel like you choose. Like that's what art is. It's about being free. It's about expressing yourself through whatever medium you feel inspired by. And I move when I moved. I guess when my soul clock and my inner compass tells me, you know, that there's something I want to say, there's something that's really inspiring me, and whether it's through music or film or visual art, whatever it is, it's all one thing to me. It's just a different way to express it.
And speaking of visual art, I'm just gonna dive right into it. Your video, Pink, love it.
Thank you.
As far as like the creativity with that and the visuals, did you have a lot a part of it? Like, did you 100% come up with the concept?
I work with a great team. The ideas start here, though, with me. And, you know, it starts with my passion and what it is that I want to say. And I wanted to just give a visual, a strong visual. I hope that I did that. But I wanted to give a strong visual of these unique women, you know, black girl magic all coming together and us being unique, but uniting around our differences, celebrating our differences as women. I think that was most important, and we did whatever we could visually to try and make sure that you saw the magic that was all the women in the Pink video.
And the different shapes of the women, and their hair was all different. You guys look like you had tons of fun in the video.
Oh, we had so much fun. It was like, I still remember the set. A young lady by the name of Emma Westingberg directed it. And so it was so peaceful yet so fun. We need more women directors, period. My set was, and I don't know if that's the same for every woman director, but I will say that experience was really special, just having her energy and her understanding the nuances that needed to be, you know, the nuances around the many different types of women. I mean, if you look like the pants were probably my favorite part. You had your girl
Grimes.
No one pant. There's no one pant. There's some women without the pants on.
Right.
Like we tried as much as we possibly could to celebrate as many different types of us as we could.
It was like a female power anthem for sure.
Absolutely, a women-centric empowering anthem. Pink with a Y, not an I.
I'm gonna say with a Y. Yes. And Django Jane. I was singing that and dancing while doing my dishes, by the way, for the past 3 weeks. But it was fun. What was your inspiration for that video? I kind of got Black Panther vibes.
Yes, the Dora.
Yes.
The Dora from Black Panther absolutely inspired Django Jane. In fact, Django Jane was written after they had filmed Black Panther in Atlanta. And Lupita is my friend, Daniel, Chadwick, they all came over to Wonderland when I was working on my album.
So
And
they were like the first to
to hear it.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they were really excited when some of the songs came out, but they didn't hear Django Jane because I was so just inspired by that night when we all were hanging out and they were listening to music. I wrote Django Jane as it was a response to the sting of feeling disrespected as a woman, feeling like our rights as women are being trampled on. I mean, if you look at the leader of the free world in that administration, I think that there's a real threat against women's rights right now, and we have to do everything we possibly can to speak up, not stay silent, to vote wisely, and to allow our voices to be heard. And it was important for me to do that through music with Django Jane.
I'm gonna say I love how you use your platform to express that, especially just standing up for females as well. I know, like throughout your whole entire career, I noticed too, you always have some sort of message that you're pushing through, whether it's your visuals or just you singing or whatever you do. You know what I mean?
Sometimes,
yeah,
it just depends. It depends on what's in my heart, and I think there's so much at stake. You know, I think right now I feel it's hard to separate my personal life from my artist world. You know, artists can be in their bubbles. It's set up in a way where you can just be at your house living comfortably. But for me, I've you know, coming from two working class parents. My mom was a janitor. My dad was a sanitation worker. My stepdad, just like my dad, worked at the post office. So I grew up in a very service oriented family, like always doing for others and figuring out how we can help. My grandmother served food in the county jail for over 25 years, picking cotton. She picked cotton in Aberdeen, Mississippi. So community is deeply important to me. It's just hard for me to shake that and just go live in a bubble.
right. Kansas City, that's where you're born and raised, right?
Yes, absolutely. The
What was
Midwest.
it like growing up in Kansas City?
Kansas City. It seemed like, I mean, growing up, I felt so much love. You know, I have over 50 first cousins.
Wow.
Yeah, my
That
grandmother
sounds like
had,
my family.
my grandma had, I want to say 12 kids, and my mom is the baby. And I have an aunt who had like 13 kids. I have an uncle who had like over 14 kids. He was a Rolling Stone.
That sounds about right.
I'm still
yeah.
meeting some of them. And then, like, you know, an aunt who had 4 here, 2 there, 5 there. And so I grew up having my own little community of cousins and family. And, you know, like I mentioned, my parents were part of the working class, poor class. I didn't know I was poor growing up, though, because my mother worked so hard. And, you know, we never went without. And it really shaped me. You know, it helped me to work hard. It helped me also discover what it was that I wanted to do. Like when my mom would be with me, one of the things she always did was she would play music. You know, when she would come home from a long day of work, we'd listen to music. We listened to Stevie Wonder. We listened to Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. And it really inspired me to want to do talent shows. And so I grew up pretty much my middle school, high school years performing in talent showcases, and I formed my own duo. It was called Shajay with my best friend Kinshaza, and we would cover like Destiny's Child. We would cover 702, Mary J. Blige. I was a huge Lauryn Hill fan. That was after the duo kind of, you know, we didn't break up. We just had, you know, different things that we wanted to do, and that was me. Like I was always performing after school programs, doing Shakespeare. So acting and singing was pretty much all I did in Kansas City. I miss it and I love it.
Moonlight. I'm gonna say you've done tons of work with them. Loved you in both of them for sure.
Thank you.
My next question for you: your style. Is this like an image that was created by someone else, or is this all you that I'm seeing?
Girl.
Okay, I know that's a stupid question, but hey. I gotta know, because I've like your style has changed so much from like your first album. You rock your hair in the afro, like the mini one, and then you move on. You had your suits, you know.
No.
She's like, no,
nobody-
this is all on me.
Yeah, yeah, it's sad that you even have to ask that
I
question.
know, I'm
But
sorry.
no, absolutely not. Any manufactured at this point in my career. No, it's not. It's not created. Sometimes I wish it was. I'm tired of thinking about what I need to put on. You know, I would love for someone else to tell me what to do, so I don't have to think about. I don't have to waste my time trying to figure out outfits.
For real.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your album coming out soon. Dirty Computer. What are we expecting from that?
So Dirty Computer is an album that I knew I needed to make before my first album, The Archandroid. And, it's an album that I hope people feel the love and the hard work. I worked my ass off on this project. I try to do that with anything that I'm doing, as though it's the last time I'm going to put out an album. I have a feeling it won't be. But I think that, giving my all is just something that I feel needed to really happen. And by giving my all, that means being as honest and vulnerable as I possibly could on this project. This project is to encourage people to embrace the things that make them unique, even if it makes others uncomfortable. So I hope those who feel often marginalized, pushed to the margins of society because they're different, because of who they love, the class they come from, if they're an immigrant, the very color of my skin, our skin, can get us shot and killed. I hope that those who have felt unseen and unheard for years and years finally feel seen, finally feel heard, and feel celebrated.
Sorry, that was beautiful. And I'm just like, I promised him I wouldn't start crying when you speak because I love when you speak.
Thank you.
Because it's very powerful.
Thank you, sweetheart.
A motion picture for a Dirty Computer. What are we going to expect for those visuals?
Ooh, well, I guess you'll have to wait and see.
I was hoping we got a little something.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. We worked really hard on creating over 45 minutes worth of visuals. I mean, some people will call it a visual album. Some people will call it a short film. But I call it an emotion picture because it starts here. It starts from my heart. It starts from my feelings. And Tessa Thompson is in it, who's a great friend of mine. She's an incredible actress. Check her out in Thor, Selma, Westworld. And that'll come out the day of the album. So when you get the album, you'll get the opportunity to get the emotion picture. I'm so excited about it. So make sure y'all watch it.
Other than that is all I got for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Take care, sweetie. Thanks.